Hello, governors, and welcome back to Thoughts, Feelings, Emotions. With me, Dan, and your excellent co-host, Danny.
That's me! Hello, everybody!
I didn't really rehearse that, I just wrote it, and I think it came out a lot worse than I thought it was going to be.
Well, it sucked.
We're keeping it in anyway. We'll find something eventually. So, Danny, what is the good, bad, and damn right terrible that you've done this week?
I watched The Road to El Dorado, which is a animated kids movie from 2000. I don't know why I watched it again, but I did. I do like that movie quite substantially. Yeah, it's from DreamWorks, the same people who made Shrek.
Oh, of course. Why not?
I think it came out the year Shrek came out, or the year after, the year before Shrek came out. I think Shrek came out in 2001, and this came out in 2000, so that would make sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hang on, Shrek 2001. So yeah, El Dorado came out a year before.
Yeah.
And then we didn't ever get a sequel to that, but we got 4 Shrek sequels and a TV show and a bunch of other shit.
But is The Road to El Dorado better than Shrek?
I like it more.
Has it got more memes than Shrek?
It has a blowjob in it.
What? It's a kids' film.
Yeah, but there's implied sex.
Of course there is. It's a kids' film. You can't have a kids' film without that.
But if some weird sad people on the internet determine that the angle of the character's head as they sit up, where the placement of the heads are versus where the characters sit up from on the floor, one's head was on the other one's parts.
Okay.
And speaking of parts, I also went in deep about hot tub Twitch streamer drama.
Oh, yeah.
Because I wanted to know what the fuck was going on with Twitch and hot tub streaming.
Yeah, so that was sort of our last week's episode, right?
Yeah, but we'd seen it before. There's probably a moment or two in the episodes where I'm just scrolling through Twitch whilst we record this, and I'm looking at what the fuck is happening on Twitch.
Yeah, it's weird. People like to have hot tubs on Twitch.
So basically, as of this, I have learned that hot tub Twitch streamers exist, and that basically they're ruining Twitch for everyone else, because basically Twitch is not as big as YouTube, so Twitch doesn't have all of the search algorithms, the brand safe ad directing properties of YouTube.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
YouTube can have as AdSense, which then targets specific words to specific. Fuck myself, I'm real great.
You're terrible. You're absolutely awful. What are you doing?
AdSense, which targets ads, keywords to specific content creators, and then those keywords get bundled in, and it helps advertisers who want to promote stuff use keywords, and then those keywords will target an YouTuber, and those YouTubers will get the ad based on that. So YouTube's got a very complicated and very intense system because of ages ago they had the adpocalypse, which fucked over a lot of YouTubers because advertisers started pulling off because they didn't feel like their ads were playing onto content that they wanted to show. So YouTube made it a lot better and has billions of dollars backed into it because of Google.
I'm not going to lie. I'm very confused already.
So basically, Twitch doesn't have that because they're a lot smaller. Despite having Amazon behind them, they're a live streaming platform, so you can't really determine what content's going to be shown because it's live. So you don't have that advertiser AdSense program because all the videos on your YouTube channel are non-live, so you can pre-approve them, you can say what's in the content, what's happening on the video. So basically, Twitch suffers because hot tub streamers drop down and everyone thinks it's a porn site.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
And so the lowest common denominator, advertisers don't want to put, because all people know it for is either gaming or it's currently becoming hot tub streams. So anyone who looks on it from the outside goes, hot tub streamer, that's a bad website for my children. Don't show my kids any ads. So advertisers pull off. They don't want to be shown on hot tub streamers. And then Twitch can't show ads. And everyone, because that Twitch doesn't have the same ad revenue share as everyone else, it's basically determined by the top streamers of the show, of Twitch.
Yeah,
and if all your top streamers are hot tub streamers, then even if they're not, it still lowers down everyone else, so everyone else gets the less ads, essentially. It's very complicated, stupid, and because Twitch doesn't want to appear sexist and say, oh, these women who are dressing sexy to not appear sexy because they're not trying to appear sexy, but they are trying to appear sexy, and they're not sexualizing themselves to get views.
Yeah, definitely not.
Question
No,
marks.
No, definitely not.
So Twitch's terms of service can't ban them because of how vague Twitch's terms of service are, and because Twitch is trying to promote like it's inclusive and doesn't want women to feel threatened and all of this stuff. They have to kind of
It's
allow
a very
it to
difficult world, isn't it, to be in?
Yes.
You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. And Twitch is in this situation of, what do I do?
Trying to appease everyone but pleasing no one, basically.
Yeah.
Because I've basically been looking at a lot of female Twitch streamers who don't do this.
Yeah.
And they're not happy because they're being compared to, and if they don't do it, people get mad at them. And if they do it, people get mad at them.
I think they
and
have
so
to do
it lowers
the event
everyone's
where equal amount of people are pissed off on both sides.
Oh yeah, I imagine. But so basically, Twitch has basically now added a category for hot tubs, pools, and beaches.
Okay.
So they can push them off to one side, but that won't fix the problem because it will now promote it. Because all the people who do it will go onto that, and then everyone who does make money off of that will still make money off of it because of it's monetized by Twitch.
Unless you say people in that group cannot be monetized, but if you are part of that group, you have
through
to
ads, yes, but they'll still get
money through donations.
Donations.
Yeah, but donations are donations. It's that simple.
Well, technically, I've looked also into it, and all those people who are like posting on Twitch are just doing it to push people to their OnlyFans. So it's the same. But the thing is, OnlyFans doesn't necessarily mean you have to promote sex or like, but it's because it's perceived as that. Everyone just thinks OnlyFans is sex.
I mean, it mainly is.
It is, yeah. But the only OnlyFans account I follow is the boys from like YouTube, the YouTubers like Josh Dubs, Narrator, Juicy Fruits, and they have a OnlyFans. I only signed up to it just for that, and then I have never looked at it again.
Oh, right. Well, this week I continued on watching His Dark Materials. Yes, I know I'm actually continuing watching a TV show, and it's a miracle.
How's Superman? How's your Watch Dogs reviews coming?
Yeah, exactly. It's a miracle that I've actually continued watching something. And that's because I'm loving this show and I would highly recommend His Dark Materials. I'm not going to say any spoilers because it's a great show.
The polar bear dies.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I mean...
I imagine so. It almost
not at the
died
point
in the
where I'm
movie.
watching, so...
I imagine it happens at some point. They're going to kill the polar bear. They'll kill the polar bear.
I do unfortunately know one spoiler for the end of the series because I accidentally found out online, which annoyed me. But...
Is it... The Golden Compass is a compass.
Well, the Golden Compass isn't actually a compass.
It's a time portal.
Nope, it's a lithometer.
It's a thing.
It's a device that tells you the truth.
Well, the compass.
You ask it a question and it'll tell you the truth. It's got nothing to do with compasses. And it's only called a Golden Compass in the US, as in the books. Everywhere else, it's called the Northern Lights because the show is based on the Northern Lights.
Is this the same situation where the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone got changed to Harry Potter and the something stone because Americans didn't know what a philosopher was.
Oh, man, probably it's something similar to that. But
what did it get changed to in America? Hang on.
And then the other thing I watched this week was Castlevania. I binge watched 4 seasons, so we could kind of talk about it in our last week's TBO. So if you're interested in Castlevania,
such a good job.
Shut up. If you're interested in Castlevania, check it out. My emotions were very mixed. Danny's were very positive. You can hate me in the comments. You can send me death threats if you like. I don't think it can make much difference. It won't change my opinion. But let's move on to Why Does This Exist? And this week we are covering...
Yeah, it got changed to Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in America.
Oh, yeah, of course it did, because it already is.
Because they didn't know what a philosopher was. Or the fear was that they didn't know what a philosopher was.
Probably because it appealed to be more inclusive, the title.
Yes.
But
wonderful.
This week, for Why Does This Exist? We are covering last week's topic of the Charlie Bit My Finger NFT, and this week it's now been sold.
Yep, for $760,000.
NFTs are ridiculous.
Yep.
It's so weird, isn't it? Like digital art.
Yeah.
We are truly moving to the digital age.
Yep.
Digital currency, digital art.
Digital girlfriends.
Digital girlfriends.
Hot tub streamers, my loves. But yeah, so the original video was posted in May 2020. Wait, hang on. May 22nd, 2017. American writing of how it's month becomes before day, and then it's American thing is stupid.
You're good.
No, because the Americans put the month before the day and then the year. Whereas
do you not know that's more logical for some reason?
No.
No, neither do I.
it makes stuff sound cooler because you get the 4th of July or July 4th. 9/11 wouldn't technically 9/11. It would be 11/9 if they did it our way, which is why whenever I hear 9/11, I'm like, it's 11/9. Get it right, America. Whatever. But yeah, it's just dumb, and the video's getting deleted off YouTube. So watch it now, and then pirate it and download it off YouTube, and then you have an NFT worth $760,000.
Well, technically you don't, because the NFT is just that little bit of code.
Yeah, but it's the same fucking thing as looking at a... It's just dumb. I just don't like it.
Well, one day we might do TBO based on NFTs and cryptocurrency to discuss our opinions on it. But we will have to wait, and I don't know when we'll do that, but we might do it one day, because we run out of ideas very often.
We were going to do that when the whole NFT craze and the Bitcoin GameStop market craze was going off. We never did that. We need to do a stock market, NFT, Bitcoin thing.
Well, Bitcoin's always in the news, so we can always do it.
Yeah, I think we've got topics later on in the week. Later on in the week, the show. Fuck.
Anyway, I think that's enough for NFTs for now, and we're going to go on to stream that movie news into my head and cover the trailers of this week, or at least the trailers that interested us. So let's start off with Marvel Studios Eternals, our first trailer of it.
Yep, second look at it, first trailer.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
I don't love it.
Do you not? I really like it. I really like the whole thing about it.
No, I'm not it's the same thing with the Shang-Chi one. I don't know what it is, but I'm cautiously hesitant.
I really like it. I like the style of it.
I like certain shots. I think it looks nice, but I'm hesitant because I want to know why the fuck they haven't done anything. What's their logic behind not helping out?
I mean, I hope they do explain it. I think the only thing that might lack it down is the story. I think the visuals are going to be great. I think the acting's going to be great. I expect the acting to be great. It is a all-star lineup. Like, it does seem Marvel Studios are trying to make this massive.
Well, instead of making stars, they're now just bringing in stars. So.
I think they're still doing a bit of both, but they want to have a property like this.
Well, it's an Oscar-winning director now.
Yeah, I don't think they've really done this, really. Have an all-star lineup with an Oscar-winning director.
I don't think they've ever had an Oscar-winning director, at least at the time of them using them.
No.
Which is annoying, because Marvel movies don't win Oscars, because the Oscars doesn't recognize them. But
Marvel
Oscar
movies
directors...
do win. Spider-Man.
Only for visual effects.
The Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, Spider-Man. Not Marvel Studios, though.
Not Marvel Studios, but Marvel.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. The only DC won for hair and makeup for Suicide Squad, which annoyed the shit. Yeah, that one. But the one that the Suicide Squad one annoys me so much because they had Star Trek Beyond in that category, and Star Trek Beyond had like facial prosthetics for like aliens and stuff.
Yeah,
and that lost to fucking Harley Quinn as Joker makeup, and it was just like Jared Leto's Joker's makeup is the worst fucking thing for that. It's the worst makeup job ever, and it won an Oscar for it.
Well, I'm sure we're both going to watch the Eternals film, guaranteed.
All three movies that have starred the Joker, though, have won Oscars. Because Jack Nicholson is an Oscar-winning... the Joker gets Oscars for some odd reason. Because Jack Nicholson is an Oscar-winning actor. Heath Ledger is an Oscar-winning actor. Jared Leto is an Oscar-winning actor. And Joaquin Phoenix is a Joker Oscar-winning actor.
Joker-winning actor?
Yes.
Either.
They've all played the Joker, and they've all won an Oscar, and two of them have won two of the properties have won Oscars for that character being in the movie.
That is very true. Maybe that's just the way to get Oscars nowadays. You play the Joker.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to play the Joker next.
It will be Jared Leto.
Of course,
because he already played it. He'll return, and we'll get to the news of the Joker later.
Yes, we'll get there. Anyway, let's go on to the next trailer of Last Night in Soho. This is a horror film coming out in October.
Yes, by director Edgar Wright, who did the Cornetto trilogy and Baby Driver and many other such things like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And this looks very interesting to me. I like this one the most. This is the most visually interesting one to me.
It looks interesting, but it's a type of trailer that I hate, which is it's just got music and no dialogue. I hate those trailers.
I like those ones.
I don't
also
like
has
those trailers.
Dialogue. I want to know what the fuck is going on, though. Because
exactly,
it looks
there's
like...
no story behind this.
But that's more...
These next three trailers, there's not really much story at all, apart from maybe the last one.
I can tell you the story of all of them, except this one, and I like that. But I like, there's basically stars the girl from Jojo Rabbit who plays the Jew lady, the girl, and then it's Anya Taylor-Joy, which this may be finally the movie that makes me like Anya Taylor-Joy.
Maybe. We'll never know.
Because for some
I probably won't watch
go.
this.
I'll watch it. This one looks very interesting to me. This is my thing.
Yeah, but I'm not a great fan of horror films.
See, I don't think it's a horror film because it's Edgar Wright, so it's gonna be like have a comedic tone to it at least.
I mean, it might be good. I'll wait and see the reviews for this one. It's not going to be a guarantee.
They're gonna be overly positive, I imagine, because it's Edgar Wright and he's like untouchable in Hollywood.
Probably, but
there are certain directors that have such a high level of status that it's like Christopher Nolan. They're not going to dunk. They'll either do it to take him down a peg, or it will be just so well revered because it's like visually and story wise clever that it will be untouchable by like critics and reviewers.
I think I'll probably get to
general audiences will probably hate it.
I mean, if IMDb is like 9 out of 10 at least, Rotten Tomatoes over 90%, Metacritic's over 90%. If it's that percentage,
you'll watch it.
I'm sure it'll probably be a great film, and I would want to go watch it. But I'll wait and see. I'm not hooked on that trailer. Same as you're not hooked onto Eternals.
Do you want to know what we're both hooked on, Dan? Gunpowder Milkshake being the best title for a movie.
This film looks great.
I don't know. It doesn't look terrible.
It looks very generic, just with a female lead.
Well, it's basically another one of the subcategory of female action stars trying to do a John Wick movie.
That's the point. It just looks generic. It's just like, yeah, let's just make another film and just put a female made lead, and look, it's a whole new film. No, it's still the same film.
I mean, this one's got a little girl rather than a dog.
I kind of like the twist of her mother is partly in on it. That's a bit more of a twist to the story I don't think I've seen before.
Yeah. I mean, I like the action. It looks pretty good.
The action looks fine. I'm just not a great fan of this trailer. I mean, it might be great.
It does have the same very generic plot of, hey, you're a ruthless killer, you're the best of the best, and then, something goes wrong and you have to turn against the organization that hired you and built you up to be the best of the best. And then everyone else who kind of works for it is good. I don't know. I'll have to see with this one. Because I do like the female action John Wick genre.
Oh yeah, I've got no problem with that. It's just, we're watching the trailer, it feels like the main lead from Karen Gillan doesn't have much personality. And I don't like Karen Gillan as an actor. But it just feels like the main character doesn't really have a personality.
But some of my favorites are like Atomic Blonde, which is Charlize Theron's John Wick version, because it was directed by the same director of John Wick. And then there's a one called Anna, which is also a very good one. There's some good female John Wick style assassin killer movies that I've enjoyed. I don't think that genre.
I'm gonna wait and see.
Well, this one you don't have to. Well, you do have to wait and see, but you don't have to go out and pay for it. Chris Pratt's Tomorrow War.
Yeah, I mean, I probably will watch this one because it's free. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this one's the most generic of all of them.
Oh, they're so. I want new films, right? Look, let's make something new.
I like his fucking what's her face from Futurama wrist bracelet thing.
Oh,
Leela's wrist bracelet that he gets.
It looks.
But J.K. Simmons is in it though. That's always a positive. I mean, I guess Amazon's just got him on a coat hang because of Invincible.
I mean, I think it's a generic style. I'm not sure if that storyline's been done too many times.
What, you mean guy action hero gets called into the... It's basically... what's the fucking...
No, but I mean just going into the future part of it. That's the only part I meant.
There's a lot of those.
I haven't seen any of them. I could be wrong.
Well, Edge of Tomorrow, Tom Cruise's Emily Blunt's rewind time continuous the same day over and over again is basically a generic-ish plot.
Yeah, but that's Groundhog Day.
Yeah, but it's still
this isn't doing the same day over and over again. It's saying let's get fighters from the past to fight in a future war.
Tomorrow's war.
Tomorrow's war, yeah.
It's tomorrow, Dan. It's not today. It's not in the future.
True,
it's tomorrow.
11 hours, I think it said.
It's the day after tomorrow.
All humanity's going to be extinct.
I don't think it is. I think it's like not. I don't think they could do it if there was the tomorrow. Why not just wait till tomorrow then?
Well, I think that's the point. All humanity is extinct in 11 hours. Or something like that. It's 11 related something. 11 months, 11 weeks. I'm not sure.
I mean, it looks alright. I'll give it a go. I don't think it's going to blow my mind or anything.
No, I think it's going to be very generic, and it might just be a good watch, but nothing memorable.
Yes.
But
it has Chris Pratt in it, so at least...
I mean, Chris Pratt is the same as he always is.
Except this time he's serious, not comedic.
Oh no, he still was a bit comedic.
Yeah.
He had a joke of like, that's a long story. Oh wait, it's not a long story.
And then
it's a pretty terrible joke, but it's still a joke.
And he has his, you put the gun magazine in the gun.
Yes.
Because I guess he's ex-military, because why not?
Yeah.
And that's all the trailers for this week.
It
At least
is.
the ones that we saw and were interested in. There might have been more, but we didn't care.
Exactly. This is our podcast, not yours. Right.
And speaking of things we don't care about, casting news.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet to play Willy Wonka in the Origin film.
Oh, why is everything becoming a franchise?
Because Disney and everyone else wants to make money. And why not milk nostalgia for all it's fucking worth?
This just didn't need to become.
Also, they gave Willy Wonka an origin story, and the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka
That is true.
one.
That happened. Why are they making? I don't want to see
Christopher Lee was a dentist, and Johnny Depp wanted to eat candy, but his dad wouldn't let him.
I'll
So
tell
then
you
he
what.
became a chocolate maker.
I refuse to watch this film.
I will watch this film.
I refuse. I'm
I
protesting.
will watch it.
Stop making
I'll watch it.
franchises out of everything.
I'll watch it. I'll give it a go. I always forget who the fuck Timothy Chalamet is. He's pretty boy number one in all of Hollywood, apparently.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He's like every teenage girl's crush, and I'm just like, that's why I don't know who the fuck he is. But apparently he's going to be in the new Dune movie, and I'm interested in the Dune movie, so.
Well, talking about your crushes, Last of Us game star is reprised role in HBO Max.
Yeah, so I think this is one of the first times that a character from the game has starred in the adaptation that they're going to be in. It's the actress who plays Marlene in The Last of Us,
Yeah,
which
I
is a
definitely
very
know who that
minor
is.
role. Well, basically, it's the person who gives Joel Ellie.
Right.
She's basically the guardian of Ellie before Joel takes over.
Oh, okay.
And then she's also at the end, and I won't spoil. Well, I don't think you care. Do you care? I'll
Not
spoil
really.
it.
I mean, I keep meaning to play the game, but I got to buy PS Plus again. I don't want to do that.
You don't have to buy PlayStation Plus. You can just buy the game.
True, but cheaper if I buy PS Plus because I have it on PS Plus.
I'll lend you my... Actually, no, I won't lend you my copy. My copy's signed.
Fair enough.
But basically, she gets shot at the end.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, because she tries to get the little girl's brain dissected, and then the main protagonist doesn't want that, so she gets in the way and he shoots her.
Well, as long as they don't
And
milk the series, I think it'd be okay.
Yeah, but if they're gonna start reprising people's roles, why not just... Because I thought when they were doing, what's-his-face from The Mandalorian and what's-her-face from Game of Thrones, they were taking it in a different direction. But if they're bringing characters, playing their characters from the game, why not have just got the characters from the game to play the characters in live action if they're gonna do that? But then this is always a weird thing for me, because I'm just like, I don't know if we need this, and if they're going to bring people in to play the characters that they already played in the game, what are they going to bring to the character if it's not a different take on the character? Unless they're going to bring a different take to the character, but then it's not the character from the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a big, complicated mess, and I don't think you should deep too much into it.
I'm still going to watch it.
Just try to enjoy the show. I think that's my
I
advice.
will. I don't think it would ever live up to the game, but I'll try.
It might come on. I mean, it's probably come to Sky in the UK.
I
A lot
don't
of
have
HBO
Sky.
series do.
We keep saying every time you say it's coming, because HBO is equivalent of Sky over here. Every time you say, "Oh, it's coming to Sky," that means nothing to me because I don't have Sky, and I refuse to pay for Now TV.
I mean, yeah, it's very expensive now TV, but it's not
Yeah,
as bad as Sky Sports. 'Cause Sky Sports is £40 a month.
If I ever go to my dad's, I'll watch it because my dad has Sky.
Fair enough. Right, talking about we
streaming services that we do and don't have. We have Disney Plus, and Oscar Isaacs posts first look at Disney Plus Moon Knight.
Yeah, that works.
But basically, they finally confirmed that Oscar Isaac is playing Moon Knight.
I mean, yeah, it was obvious.
It's been rumored for ages, but they never confirmed it, and now we've got a picture of Oscar Isaac's face in front of some posters of Moon Knight. I do look forward to this show, though, because Moon Knight is crazy Batman who worships the moon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did, because I already told you this the last time.
Okay, I forgot it, alright?
Yep. Just admit that. Don't say you don't know, because you do know.
I didn't know, but I forgot.
You did know.
I did, oh, maybe I did. Alright, whatever. Anyway, there wasn't really much to it. It's just him.
Except Ethan Hawke's in it.
Yeah, but I mean, the photos, there's nothing really there. It's just his eyes in front of a poster.
No, yeah.
Nothing really there.
But I really like that character from the comics. And it would be a really interesting take, and I think Oscar Isaac's a good actor, so he might do a good job. Could still be shit. We'll have to see footage.
Talking about Marvel casting, Aaron Taylor-Johnson is to play Spider-Man villain Kraven the Hunter in a solo film.
Quicksilver in Marvel movie again? What?
What? Wait, is that Quicksilver, was it?
That's the original Quicksilver from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, I didn't actually recognize him with not white hair.
Yeah. But so they're basically making the timeline of the Quicksilvers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe even more confusing.
Yeah.
Because now Quicksilver actor will be playing different Spider-Man actor in a Sony-related Marvel Cinematic Universe that is technically still part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but then the Sony studio is kind of teasing that the Spider-Man universe will be outside of the Marvel Universe after Far From No Way Home, or whatever the fuck it's called. If it's got home in the title, it's a Spider-Man movie. But yeah, this is interesting though. I like Kraven the Hunter. He's like one of Spider-Man's good villains.
I mean, maybe we'll have to wait and see. There isn't any much else to it. It's just, I think he did a pretty good job in Age of Ultron. I like his character.
Yeah, but he's not playing that character anymore unless timey-wimey shit has made him Quicksilver Kraven the Hunter.
Who knows? But talking about things we do like, let's go on to something you don't like. Joker 2 reportedly set to be written by the original director.
Yeah, we're getting a Joker 2 of the Joker.
Yeah,
the
film you
movie
don't like.
that I don't hate it. It's just way too overhyped.
It's Baby Driver, right?
What?
I've got the wrong one. Which one is it supposed to be?
Taxi Driver.
That's the one.
Yeah, a film I have not. Well, I've watched bits and pieces of it. I've never fully watched it, but I know the premise of it, and it's basically the same thing because that's what the director took influence from.
I mean, yeah.
They even got
it out. I was like, I agree with you now.
And they got Robert De Niro, who is the star of Taxi Driver, to be the host of. And in Taxi Driver, there's a show host that the guy who Robert De Niro idolizes in Taxi Driver, and then wants to be on the show, and it's basically Taxi Driver.
Yeah, okay, let's not go through this argument again. We have had this on a previous episode. We don't need to keep covering this every episode. It gets brought up.
We do for as long as Joker news comes out.
I mean, I don't know what they can do for Joker 2. Maybe a Batman thing, who knows?
He might finally fucking kill himself like he should have done so that this whole nightmare that I have to endure could end.
I don't think it was a bad film, but once you pointed out it was a copy, I was like, okay, fair enough.
It's fine. It's generally an okay film. I still have many questions about it, like why does he get in the fucking fridge? And then it's just why does he get in that fridge? What purpose does it serve?
Well,
there's no payoff, there's no nothing. It's just he gets in our fridge. Maybe it's because he needed to cool down.
Maybe. Well, I'll tell you what I've got questions about. Apparently, Hollywood studio MGM is going to be bought by Amazon over an $8.45 billion takeover.
You struggled with that one, didn't you?
Words and numbers are difficult.
Yes. And you're not dyslexic. I am.
No, but I still struggle to read it. I don't know why.
You don't have an excuse. I do.
I'm an idiot. That's my excuse.
I did a head nod.
Yeah.
Because
They can see that. They can see it.
I remember this is an audio medium, so I have to kind of explain what I'm doing if I do any visual elements. But yeah, who doesn't love big, massive corporations buying other big, massive corporations? Yeah, so basically they're going to get James Bond is the biggest takeaway.
Yeah, although they don't... I think I read somewhere Amazon only own 50% of James Bond.
Yeah, because James Bond is technically spread across different studios.
Yeah, it's two different parties own it. It's now going to be between Amazon and I think it's like another brother and sister, I think.
Oh, Dan, we can get... There's huge TV shows like The Real Housewives and Beverly Hills.
I mean, let's be honest. Nobody cares about anything that's other than James Bond.
There's Sound of Music.
No one cares about that.
I swear that's a Disney film, isn't it?
No. I don't know.
Oh, Sound of... Oh, no. Okay, I read that wrong. I immediately went Sound of Music. It's Sound of Metal, the Oscar-winning movie that came out last year or this year.
No, okay.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, it also gets the Rocky films, and they get like a fucking shit ton of.
I mean,
stuff.
MGM is massive.
Yeah, I think it's got like 4,000 movies and 17,000 shows. Is going to go under Amazon's banner. But just to name a few, they get Basic Instinct, 12 Angry Men, Creed, James Bond, Legally Blonde, Moonstruck, Poltergeist, Raging Bull, RoboCop, Rocky, Silence of the Lambs, Stargate, Thelma and Louise, Tomb Raider, The Magnificent Seven, The Pink Panther, and The Thomas Crown Affair.
Thank you.
That's some movies. Here's some TV shows.
Oh, for goodness sake.
No, I won't do that.
Okay.
There has been Tale Fargo and the Vikings.
I know Stargate as well. People will like Stargate.
I don't know what Stargate is.
I know people like it. It's what I
It's
heard.
sci-fi, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's with teleporting stuff, like portals.
Nice. Nice. Where did I put that in this?
I'm talking about portals. 8 years later, J.J. Abrams is getting a Portal movie.
Yeah. So this has been in development for 8 years, or has been announced 8 years ago.
I can't believe I
'Cause-
actually did a good segue for once.
It was okay.
I did. You know, what? I didn't actually mean to do it. I just realized, oh wait, that's a good opportunity.
Yeah, you cut me off. But yeah, I don't know how. I'm sure you've played the Portal games, Dan. Haven't
I
you?
have not, but I want to. I've always wanted to because they're puzzle games. And I love puzzle games.
Maybe we'll do a TBO and we'll do a visual only episode and we'll play Portal because Portal 2 has co-op. So
Yeah, that's true. We could do that. I would happily do that.
I love Portal. It's a great game. I love Portal 2 as well. They recently brought out a fan-made mod which adds time manipulation to it.
Okay.
So there's a time portal. So you go into the future and it's all decrepit, and you have to go back in the past. And there's clean, pristine walls that you can use, and then it adds the fourth dimension to it rather than just the extra dimension of Portal.
Right.
It's a very interesting mod.
Yeah, that sounds really confusing. I mean, I'd love
Yeah.
that to be like a Portal 3.
Valve never does trees.
I know they don't.
Because you have Team Fortress 1 and 2, no more. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, no more. Portal 1 and 2, no more. And the gist of the joke goes on and on.
Yeah.
But they make other spin-off titles of said games to really rub it in people's faces that there isn't a third one.
They do. They do.
There's a bridge builder Portal game, for fuck's sake.
Well, talking about games, let's go on to our next section of We've Lost the Controller of the News.
Yeah.
And starting with Sony, PlayStation is developing AI agents that will play games with you.
Yep, if you don't have any friends, welcome the AI revolution.
Yes, I can now do Destiny 2 raids.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not that good.
No, it definitely isn't, but I want to do Destiny 2 raids.
So do I. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They're just trying to make automated artificial intelligent controller mode for specific tasks during gaming applications. The system is described as an artificial intelligence that is able to simulate human, Hugh Jackman, simulate human gameplay based on the playstyle learned from the human user. So basically, it's,
Okay.
those time trial shits where you play a game and then you have to race your own AI against it in a racing game. You can
Right.
set your best time and then you have to. So I imagine it learns based on that sort of algorithm.
Okay,
So
fair
basically, if you want a partner in Call of Duty, you can have a teammate.
enough. Well,
It's basically smarter bots.
talking about future and PlayStation is planning on expanding into the mobile games market.
Yep, I mean, they're expanding into a lot of markets because they're basically trying to get as many of their properties into everything everywhere. Because it won't be about hardware, it'll be about first-party titles.
Do you think they'll bring back the PlayStation phone?
Maybe. I mean, Sony still makes phones.
They do.
They're just more focused on camera and like that aspect of it. Like
Well, they focus on
professional
camera because that's what they sell the most of, and the new Sony phone is just a camera.
a
a camera
camera
attachment.
display.
Yeah.
It's a camera display, so you can have your phone and your camera as one thing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I think that's
It costs
good
$2
move.
grand.
It was a
but,
good move for
you know.
Sony, right? It is a really
Yeah.
good feature for a camera.
Yeah, but they already have a mobile device that they could use. It's called a PS
Yeah, listen, I
Vita,
don't
but
think
they
Sony
killed the.
really do that much mobiles anyway. They're not that big in the mobile.
They brought out a Crash Bandicoot Temple Run knockoff.
Which one was that?
It's called Crash Bandicoot Temple Run Knockoff. Have you not played Crash Bandicoot Temple Run Knockoff?
No.
You know Temple Run, that thing where you just hit left or right and a character runs and you have to avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Crash Bandicoot, but Temple Run.
Oh, I thought you meant it's actually called Crash Bandicoot.
Temple Run
I
Knockoff.
thought it's actually called that.
Yes.
I was so confused. I was like, they actually brought that game out?
No, they didn't. But yes, they've basically said they're exploring the mobile market, so maybe we'll get more games on the mobile market or cheap pay-to-win, ad-filled, horrible, microtransaction-heavy, dystopian future Sony games on phone.
Yeah, fair enough.
Draining the high esteem of their first-party AAA titles, dragging them down to the mobile level of quality and paid subscription model.
More money. More money is good.
Yes. Well, if it pays for more Last of Us and other things, I'll fucking do it.
Well, going from PlayStation to anti-PlayStation, Borderlands 3 is getting crossplay support, but it's not going to include PlayStation.
Yeah, basically PlayStation blocked it.
Yeah, because PlayStation,
Because-
as we know, don't like crossplay.
Yep, despite Epic and Unreal basically giving them the sweetest deal possible to try and get Fortnite to be crossplay, Sony still turned around and said no, and it looks like they're still doing that to the game developers.
Sony just don't like crossplay.
Well, their reasoning is that they don't like the fact that people can buy credits off of other people's stores and Sony doesn't get a percentage of it,
Yeah.
which is what they get with Epic. Because you can buy it off any of the stores across any of the platforms, and Sony will get a cut if their
sounds
account
awful,
is
isn't it?
tied. Yeah, but that's the only way you're gonna get Sony to fucking agree to having crossplay, is if they get a cut of every fucking purchase on the fucking thing, as long as the person has a PlayStation account tied to it. I'm pretty sure is what the gist of it is.
So stupid.
Yep, but for any Borderlands fans out there, sadly, if you're on a PlayStation and your friend is on an Xbox, your Xbox friend and your friend on a PC can play together, but your PlayStation friend will have to sit there and jack it alone.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen with Destiny, although I do have my worries.
No, it's crossplay.
But what was Silver, Danny? Silver.
Long John Silver, everyone's favorite character.
But if they don't like microtransactions, what are they going to do with Silver? Does that mean Bungie have to give Sony a percentage of all Silver?
We'll find out. But so far, it's not been blocked. They had their trial or whatever a couple of days ago.
Yep, so far.
I mean, it didn't go terribly, I heard. I mean,
yeah.
it wasn't anything interesting. It was just strikes.
Well, but who was that for? Epic v Apple.
No, for Destiny.
That trial. Trials and trial.
We'll get to the Epic versus Apple trial.
We'll get there.
But we have to talk about Unreal.
Yes, Unreal 5 engine.
Yeah, we got a new engine, Dan.
I mean, they've
And
been
it's in
talking about
early
this for
access.
ages.
Yeah, but it's now in early access and people can actually use it.
Unreal Engine 5 is really cool. They have shown it before.
Yeah, we got
just like
we
all
got,
the ray
we got a
tracing
bit
features.
more of the not a game that they were showing off because it was basically a tech demo that isn't a game, but everyone wants it to be a game because it looks quite interesting as a game. But the load times for like loading an entire new world in look insane, even if you're running on like the dumbest fucking PC because of how the operating system works as loading in stuff.
Yeah. It's really good. It's a really good engine.
The level of detail on all the polygons, and there's like billions and billions of triangles. Someone has already gone out and rendered a photo of their dog in real time at 60 frames per second, and they zoom out and it's millions and millions of copies of their dog with all the triangles rendered properly.
And it's fine.
Yeah, it runs at 60 frames per second and it's fine.
It's got really good optimization.
Yeah, it's a very impressive piece of hardware, and I look forward to what games look like coming out of it.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I just wish Destiny would use a new engine instead of just a proprietary engine, but that's too hard
I
to do
love
that.
how Destiny looks.
It's awful.
No, I love it. It just runs like shit.
I think the biggest thing for me for Destiny is the anti-aliasing. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Anti-aliasing on Destiny is one of the worst ones in any game.
Mine's just load times. I like the game how it looks. I just think it loads shittily. But on a PlayStation 5, it runs fine.
Yeah, yes.
And if you have a powerful PC, it runs fine.
Well, let's go on to... we talk about trial. Let's talk about the Epic v Apple trial. And it's ended.
Yay! And Tim Sweeney tweeted about chicken because he was like, hey, there's a chicken shop across the road that I went to after the trials and everything, and I wanted to eat chicken. But yeah, we're just waiting for what the judge thinks. And then what he thinks will determine the rest of gaming history for the rest of our lives.
Do we have a date for when he's making his verdict?
No.
Okay. It could take weeks.
Yep, could do. But this is going to change the landscape of gaming probably pretty substantially. Or it will just stay the same and Apple will get more money. Or Epic will get more money. Who knows? Big corporations will get more money depending on the outcome of this.
Well, we'll keep you updated with anything we get.
Yes.
But for now, we're going back on
We
to
have
Twitch.
nothing. We have nothing.
We have nothing. And our next topic
But
is
Twitch
again.
hot tops. Yeah. Basically, we'd already talked about this, but we'll talk about it again.
Oh, for
They're
goodness
adding, they're adding a new category basically, and they've updated their terms of service. So we already talked about that.
We have already talked
Let's go
about
back. Enough.
it.
It's dumb. But we'll move on to Valve is reportedly working on a Switch-like handheld gaming PC.
Yeah, so I imagine it's going to be something similar to a Switch?
Well done, Dan.
Oh, wait.
Well done. Well
yes.
done.
Oh, yes.
Well done. Me reading the title of the fucking article has...
So, I just had a brain fart.
But yes, Dan, they're going to work on a Switch-like gaming PC handheld, and it will probably be alright.
It's going to flop.
Oh yeah, Valve has a very tepid history of hardware. I have their Steam Link thing over there in my room, and I never use it because it doesn't work properly. It's incredibly laggy despite me having really good internet and my PC being right next to it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. I imagine it will be somewhat difficult to do. It would just probably I don't get the whole handheld PC thing because you can just get gaming laptops.
True.
I don't think you need a Switch-like thing if you want to play Steam games.
Yeah, it's just not going to work.
Also, what the
gaming
fuck's
laptops
going to be
don't work anyway. Not really.
My one does.
Yeah, but
It fucking... I burned the battery out and I fucking...
exactly, that's my point. Gaming laptops don't really work.
Well, that wasn't even playing an intense game. It just broke the battery because it overheated.
That's what I'm saying. Gaming laptops don't really work because they need that power. They need a big desktop to have that airflow.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
I still reckon if they just had it like their Steam Link thing, you had to have a PC still, but it streamed it to your handheld device.
You can do
which
that.
is what exactly.
But
But
it's
I
not
imagine
laggy.
this would be a more dedicated device that would maybe get rid of latency.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's too bad actually. Steam Link.
It's not great because it's basically what my Steam Link box does, and that's terrible.
It's not good for FPS, but if it's basically a simple game like a Jackbox game,
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
maybe. I mean, we'll have to see. Valve's Index is the best quality VR headset out there. So I mean, they have goodish hardware. They just also have terrible hardware. We'll have to find out where it sits. But would you buy one?
No.
Would you bring, if it worked, if it hadn't got any problems and it was graphically good and you could bring it on the bus or whatever the fuck you use or when you're on holiday and you don't want to have to bring your PC, would you use it?
No.
Like a Nintendo Switch?
No, I wouldn't. Not for me.
Do you wanna-
I can see people might, but I wouldn't do it.
I'd be tempted to. It'd be more appealing to me than a Nintendo Switch. Because if I could have my Steam library on the go, I'd probably do that more than my Nintendo library. Because I don't really care about Nintendo games.
Number one, I don't take public transport.
No.
Number two, when I do gaming sessions, I do long gaming sessions. I don't like to just do an hour at a time. I like to just have a big block for 6 hours, do it all once. And
Destiny raid.
Disney raid. And thirdly, I don't particularly like to game on a holiday.
What, you don't want to be antisocial whilst you're with your family or your friends on a holiday?
Oh no, I will still take my laptop. I'll just watch TV, but I don't like watching games on holiday.
Watching games, Dan.
Shut up.
Watch YouTubers play games.
I mean, I will do that, but I don't like playing games on holiday.
So you're as bad as people who watch people play whatever.
Watching games is fine. I mean, I don't watch things on holiday.
Well, you're not one of those people who's anti-watching people play games, like watching footballers rather than going out and playing football.
No,
which
I'm
is
not
the same basic argument, but it's the same.
I'm
basic
happy with both of
argument.
them. You can watch sport, watch people play games. It's the same thing. Both enjoyable.
Yeah, and speaking of enjoyable games, I mean, Ubisoft is divisive, but Ubisoft Plus has launched, and you can get monthly rewards with 100 plus games.
Did they say how much it is?
They did probably, but this is just a YouTube video. So.
You're doing well here. You've done well. I'm proud of you. I will find out now.
Wonderful. Yeah, so if you ever want to play a bunch of Ubisoft games for probably $9.99 a month, but I think it's tied into Game Pass or Amazon Luna, I think is another one that it's tied into for, I think, the same price just added on top of, but Dan will find out the price.
I'm still looking.
Or EA, I don't know. One of them. It's tied into a bunch of them. But yeah, if you like Ubisoft games, this might be the way to play them for you. Also, all new games will go on it, so you don't. It's the same as Game Pass.
£13 a month.
There you go. So if you want to pay £13 a month and get the next Far Cry 6 game with a dog that Dan doesn't find cute.
No, I don't find that dog cute.
I think it's alright. I don't fucking love it.
The only thing I'm tempted to play is Assassin's Creed Valhalla because I like Vikings, but I still haven't finished Watch Dogs Legion. So
It's the same basic game, except one's Vikings and one's hackers.
yeah, basically.
Also, they're apparently in the same universe, Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, supposedly DedSec is Assassin's Creed. That's another theory.
Maybe. Yeah, it's probably what the Animus turns into, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Or whoever, who owns the Animus people?
I don't know. I'm not playing Assassin's Creed. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, the Assassin's Creed lore is all over the place.
Of course it is. Because there's no structure to it. They just make another game like, Assassin, make a new game.
I think they've dropped the Animus aspect of it a lot. Because people don't like that aspect of it, but then there are people who like that aspect of it who get very mad when the game doesn't have the Animus stuff. So they have to always pull you back, but they've pulled you back a lot less now. And that's gaming news.
Yeah, that's our gaming news over and done with. So, hope you enjoyed. But we've got another section to go through, which is Tech Time and Science Shenanigans. And let's talk about the first thing, which I found out this week, is we're now one step closer to nuclear fusion.
Yay.
Do you know what nuclear fusion is?
I know the name.
Nuclear fusion is this new form of nuclear energy. So at the minute we use nuclear fission, which is the splitting of particles, which we use plutonium and uranium for. They're very dangerous, very likely to explode and create horrible nuclear waste that you cannot just get rid of and just have to bury it for many years. Also not sustainable, which is really bad in general. So scientists are trying to create nuclear fusion, which is combining of particles, essentially creating a miniature star.
That sounds good.
Yeah. It combines hydrogen particles, which we have loads of because they come from the ocean, and then it creates helium, which we're running out of.
Yay! So many balloons wasted.
Exactly. It's just really good. They've now made it sustainable and it's now cost effective.
And it's by British scientists.
Yes, so the British scientists found out. And it's radiation free as well.
So I can suck on all that helium as much as I like.
Well, the idea is that, do you know all the substations around the areas and around, like, the UK? They might turn them into miniature fusion reactors, and then each fusion reactor would then power that district.
Nice.
No, it's all really cool. It's all really cool stuff. I'd highly recommend you look into it.
I won't, but I'll trust that you do.
Yeah, it's really good. It just means that a green future is possible, and we could very easily reduce our carbon footprint if these work.
Yep, but Elon Musk is buying cryptocurrencies, so it's all going downhill anyway.
Well, talk about Elon Musk. Let's go on to Twitter. Twitter tests a blue service that lets you undo tweets, but you have to pay for it.
Yep, have you ever regretted a tweet? Well, rather than just deleting it, you can undo it, and you can pay to do it.
So what's the difference between undo and delete?
I don't know. Maybe they're getting rid of delete, and they're just... Maybe it's you can undo send, so rather than send it to someone, you can unsend it to someone. Because they have a chat feature.
Apparently, it's a service that is $3 a month, and it gives you a timer to undo a send.
So basically what Facebook has in Messenger, where you can unsend a message to someone, but Facebook does it for free. And Instagram, I think, as well. And WhatsApp. Anything Facebook owns, you can do it for free.
Yeah, very true. Apparently, it also includes collections and bookmarks. Essentially, it makes you pay money towards Twitter. Because
if it gets rid of ads as well, I'd pay for it.
No.
And if it also deletes people's Twitter accounts if they put too many up. Essentially just make it so if people put too many...
It seems really stupid. I don't know why anyone will pay for this. Also, Twitter's a horrible platform. Why would you want to use Twitter?
Twitter is a horrible platform if you follow horrible people or look at anything other than comedians.
No, Twitter's a horrible platform anyway. It is just genuinely a horrible platform. There is funny stuff on there, don't get me wrong, but I think if you want funny, Reddit is more elite for that.
I don't like Reddit.
I love Reddit.
I've said it. I don't like Reddit. I like watching Reddit videos of people reacting to Reddit.
I love that too.
I just hate Reddit as an actual thing to go and look at. It's so fucking annoying to look at.
It's not that bad. Why is it?
It is.
Why is it annoying? Give a reason why it's annoying.
I don't like the layout. It's just an annoying layout to me.
It's not bad.
It's just not an interface that I like.
No,
I don't know why.
At least the community is a lot nicer than Twitter. Well, not nicer, but a lot funnier.
They're not nice. Have you seen Reddit communities, Dan?
No,
there's an r/Donald
people, but they don't cancel culture. There's no cancel culture in Reddit.
Reddit is cancel culture.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
There's Donald Trump.
There's somebody you go on to.
Exactly. There's r/cancel culture, I imagine.
There probably is, but it's not like everybody sees everyone that. No one really cares. It's all segregated. It's nice.
Yes, because those people are like the people who would get cancelled. So
Yeah, exactly.
of course they're not going to cancel each other. They're the scum.
Exactly.
Feel free to create a Reddit for this podcast if you'd like.
Yeah,
For no real
please,
reason.
create a Reddit for us.
Think of all the ums and ers you can put as clips. I don't know what Reddit is. You can tell my knowledge of Reddit is limited.
Well, to be fair, I don't know. I don't think we're interesting enough to have a subreddit.
Maybe people can post fan art of what they think we look like.
Honestly, if someone creates a subreddit for us, we will react to it every month.
I'll give you £100 if you create it.
We also need followers, unfortunately, on the subreddit. Doesn't quite work.
Maybe. And speaking of dumb technology that you have to pay for, Snapchat's got new AR glasses.
Yeah, boy.
Do you remember Snapchat spectacles? Those spectacles that they put in limited quantity and limited locations, so everyone went fucking crazy for them.
No, I don't remember it.
Oh, yeah, they basically put them in limited locations and little drops that people had to go travel miles away from their homes to go get, and only had little vending machines that only gave a certain amount out. So unless you were the first 20 people, you wouldn't get them. And then if you did get them, they were just glasses with a camera in them that recorded 10-second videos.
Actually,
of
to
your
be honest,
perspective.
I actually quite like the fact of AR glasses to an extent. I don't think this is the right way of doing it, and I would never buy Snapchat's version of it.
Wait, you wouldn't buy a spectacles or Snapchat
No.
spectacles?
However, I do think AR glasses could be the future. I can see
Also,
that
the
being a
photo
thing.
of these are the most ugly looking thing in the world because they're just boxes with have you seen the looking photo?
Yeah, they
of
look
them?
awful. They look terrible.
They look like triangle squares that just have these weird tint to them.
My
you can
favorite
see
design is still North,
Yes.
which
Yes,
Google
yes,
now
yes.
owns, but Google's not going to do anything with it.
Close it down like they do everything.
Yeah, which is a shame because it's such a good technology.
Unless it's war and robots, they don't care.
Yeah, they probably just bought it because they're like, oh, let's just keep this in our reservoir for the
Well,
next 20 years.
They did what Google Glasses couldn't do: appeal to people.
And make it
And
financially viable.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that much, I
And
don't think. I think it was like 500 quid. I think it was less than that, 500 quid.
Oh no,
Glasses?
500 quid glasses. That's not overpriced.
It's not, you'd be surprised.
Considering there are designer glasses that cost way more.
Exactly.
And don't do anything.
It's not that bad for a smart asset.
No, for
accessory.
actual smart glasses, yeah. I have £200 glasses with Bluetooth headphones in them, so
Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, they have like a laser that projects onto the back of your eye, and it's kind of still a niche product, and they have to make profit. I don't think it's that bad. And the service they offered was custom fitting. They let you come back in, and then they would change everything, and it's all calibrated like a really specific way.
and they
Okay,
give
they were
you a
cool, but
hand
I don't
job.
think Google's going to do it, unfortunately.
Let's move on to the world's fastest hard drive that can now raffle SSD speeds.
I don't think anybody cared. Like, nobody cares. Who
What,
still
the
wants
hard-
to have a hard drive?
Well, the only reason people hate hard drives is because they're slow and SSDs are faster. But if you can now get a hard drive that is as fast as an SSD and it's still cheaper, why would you not buy the hard drive that is faster?
But is
or
it cheaper?
Probably not. It's an 8 terabyte.
Yeah, exactly. It's going
I
to be more
mean-
money.
Why not, though? I think
mean-
it was 8 terabyte. Oh, 14 terabyte capacity.
Well, the other problem with SSDs is just how big they are. Also, they're not faster than NVMe. NVMe is still faster.
Yeah, it's close to it. That's the thing.
No, it's nowhere near
This is-
NVMe speed, but it's close to SSD.
Yeah, but it's close to substantial transfer speeds of SATA-based SSDs.
SATA.
That's a horse goat man, isn't it?
No, that's SATOR.
That's SATA.
Who says OR as A or
SATA. SATA.
SATA.
Isn't it SATA?
It's never SATOR, SATA, but it's not SATA.
Whoever James McAvoy plays in Narnia, or The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or whatever fucking...
You
is
also
that Narnia?
could just talk about Tenet as well.
What?
Tenet, it's SATA. The bad guy's called SATA.
Oh, I just don't care.
What I'm saying, that's probably a more relevant example.
No, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is probably more popular than Tenet is.
Maybe more popular, but I think Tenet's still more relevant.
I think James McAvoy is more relevant than
May well
Tenet
be.
is. I liked Tenet, though. But
I like Tenet, but, you know.
I hated The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or whatever movie that was. Narnia? Is it Narnia? I can't remember if The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is Narnia.
Yes, it is.
Thank fuck. I don't want to piss off an entire subsection of fandom.
Anyway, this has been a massive deviation. Let's get back on topic with our final topic of Tech Time, which is Google launches its third major operating system called Fuchsia.
Fuchsia.
Thank you.
Yep. Do you want to know what it's for, Dan?
No. Well, yes. Please tell me what it is for.
It's Google Home Nest.
Of course it is.
That's the only operating system that is for Google Home's Nest.
Anything wrong with Android? Is there a reason why they didn't want to use Android for it?
No, but this is their third operating system, and they put it on their Google Home Nest, and it's the only thing that it's on.
Okay, it seems kind of pointless.
No, Dan, it's super relevant and super useful for any Google Nest owners.
Yeah, of course it is.
For their brand new one, not for any of the previous ones.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that was completely pointless.
No, they have an OS system that's new, so we get the clickbait title.
That's definitely a clickbait title, so sorry for all the clickbait. Anyway,
we're not clickbaiting that.
That's it for Tech Time, where we're going to go on to Weird, Wacky, Wonderful World, where I found one topic, which is the UK has raided what they thought was going to be a cannabis farm, but turned out to be a massive Bitcoin farm.
Yes. How many GTX 3080s were there?
It was huge. It was a huge farm. And what was happening was this farm was siphoning off electricity from its next door neighbor and was racking up like massive electricity bills. Yeah, it's pretty bad, but it's kind of crazy how police thought it was a cannabis farm.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, it's not. It's Bitcoin.
Bitcoin miners are as addicted to mining as the heroin, cocaine, cannabis.
That is true. It definitely is. I mean, what's more money? Cryptocurrency or...
And they lose about as much money as they gain, so it's all worth it.
Yeah.
Yes. This photo is very disturbing to me because it looks tiny. Because there's these massive pipes and it looks like a tiny little miniature structure. But I imagine this is like massive shelving units with massive rigs, but it just looks tiny compared to the massive tubes in the background.
That's what
it's
you mean.
very disturbing. It's a very weird picture perspective.
I think that's heat chambers. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but they're massive compared to like everything else. But those shelving units are probably massive.
Well, think about it. Each of the fans in the photo is going to be, what, 240 millimeter?
Yes, I know fan sizes by number.
And in this photo alone, I know there's another shelf alone, but this one shelf has 12.
It's 100 components, Dan. 100 computer units.
I mean, yeah, 100 computers is quite a lot.
How much money did they make?
Probably a lot.
Did they lose it all when Elon Musk tweeted about Dogecoin?
Probably not, because when you mine coins, you don't lose any money, you just gain it.
Oh.
You don't lose money mining.
I don't care about crypto enough to learn about crypto.
Well, the point is, the only money you
I've
lose
tried to learn about
is the
crypto.
electricity.
It bores the fuck out of me. Oh, we got some more news about Joker. It's going to feature multiple Jokers, potentially.
Why? Yes, a Joker multiverse. This is what we want.
Yes.
Well,
bring back Heath Ledger's Joker through AI.
Oh, please don't.
And ruin his legacy. Do it. I dare you, Todd Phillips, you coward. Do it.
Well,
ruin.
Thank you for listening. Check out last week's TBO for Castlevania, if you like Castlevania. I didn't like it,
don't,
but...
You did like it, you just didn't find it as much as I liked it.
My whole synopsis, or my whole thoughts, was it's a meh story with rewarding moments.
It's a great story with great moments that Dan doesn't appreciate because he watched it all in one big go and wasn't paying attention to anything.
I was paying attention to all of it.
No, you weren't. You said you looked at your phone, so you
didn't
I'll
still pay attention.
No, that's not paying attention. That's not giving it your full attention.
You can pay attention.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
I didn't miss anything in the story, though. I never felt confused at any point.
No, that's the difference. You're missing things.
No, I'm not. There's just a lot of exposition. Anyway, we covered all this. We're not covering this again. Go check out the TBO. Thanks for listening. Check out the socials in the description. See you next time.
Bye.